Hi, I'm in the Grampians. I've come down to check out the southern part of the Grampians and the western part of the Grampians. Now, I haven't been down this area before. Been to the Grampians many a times. It's a fabulous place to camp and to hike. Not much in the way of four-wheel driving, but I thought I'd come down and check this part of the country out to see if there are any decent tracks. Now, I've come up Goat's Track and I'm perched this beautiful camp spot off the side of the road, off the side of the track. It's magnificent. So hopefully we'll have a look around and explore and see what we can find. And but tonight, wow, what a camp spot. It is fantastic. At the southwest entrance to the Goat Track, you've got this campground, Buandik or Bondik, I'm not too sure how to pronounce it, but this campground here, it's got heaps of space, it's got drop toilets, pit fires, though you need to make a booking if you want to use this particular campground. But this is where we're launching from, and we're going to head up Goat Track, and from Goat Track we're going to go Victoria Range Track. The track isn't that difficult. It's not difficult at all. I've done it, so far I've been in two-wheel drive, haven't had to engage four-wheel drive. It's a good track. Most all-wheel drive should be able to do this track. You just need some clearance, ground clearance, there's whoop-de-doos and things like that. But yeah, a very scenic track, really lovely. Come to Victoria Range Track. We're going to head along there and see what we can find. I'm heading north to south on Victoria Range Track. So far, the first section, no problems, two-wheel drive, pretty easy. Some beautiful rocky outcrops around the place. It's another pretty track. It's a lovely drive. Some of the rock formation here in the Grampians is, it's just unbelievable. It's beautiful. Okay, I just want to show you a few things what these modern four-wheel drives and electronics can do. Now, I've come up to this point here and I've turned off all the traction control, everything. So it's only running through one wheel, so there's no traction control, there's no four-wheel drive, there's nothing. So coming to this spot here, it's undulated, it's a little slippery, it's rocky, it's loose. The car, without any traction control or anything, won't get through here. Let me display. Now what we'll do a couple of sequences. We'll no traction control, then we'll engage an auto LSD, which the Fortuner has. Let's see if it'll get through on that. If not, it'll easily get through on high range. So let's give it a go and see what these electronics do. Now, just to clarify, this is all in two-wheel drive. Okay, now it's in normal mode. Now I've gone, okay, now it's the traction control's off, but I've got the LSD. Now the LSD button is off. Let's see if we can get up. Okay, that didn't work. Let's put the LSD button on, the auto LSD button, and see what happens. Now that didn't work either. It was a bit of a rock, couldn't get over the lock. It went a little bit further, but not so much. Now I'm mindful that I don't want to rip up the track, so I'm being very careful here and not trying to create any divots. So let's go and go up with the rear traction control on. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's in normal mode now. Remarkable. It made it up. Just a tiny little bit of momentum and it just made it through. Unbelievable. Even just the rear wheels in two-wheel drive, the traction control works really well. This part of the Grampians is the Victorian Range, so we're following it from north to south. Another amazing camp spot right here between two rock cliffs, and there you have a magnificent view of the mountains and the eastern ranges of the Grampians. This is great for a swag, for a small tent. Wow, what a great spot. Now, I may come back here, depends on how my route goes today, and camp here tonight, but we'll see how we go. Terrific place. Coming up to a rocky section here. It's not overly steep, but it is pretty rocky and loose, and so I will put this in four-wheel drive. Don't want to churn up the track, and just climb up nice and easy and slowly. It's soft, it's rocky, high range, fine. This is the first bit of actual four-wheel driving in this section of the Grampians. It's exciting. The other thing the Fortuna has, which is rather interesting, is that it has an eco, norm and sports mode. It does. And so on the road, it really does nothing. Just the sports just brings the power forward a little bit, so you can, the power's more there. The eco is like, it's just a sluggish, makes the car a little bit more sluggish. But off-road, these two switches, or these three switches, are quite handy. They actually work like a throttle control. Now I'm in a rocky section here. Now I want gentle throttle control. I don't want to just, bounce and surge the car forward. So I put on eco mode, and then it gives me a soft, easy throttle response. Perfect to negotiate rocks. If I'm in sand and I need to I need power quickly, then I just hit the sport mode and bang. And driving normally, just hit normal mode. A nifty little tool in the Fortuna. The track, this part of the track, actually most of Victoria Range track is slow going. It's rocky, it's rough, so you're averaging between 15 to 20 kilometers an hour, so it is pretty slow. I'm running tyre pressures around 28, 26, so yeah, could go down a little bit to soften the ride, but but it's slow going nonetheless. So the track is relatively easy, except for being rocky, so I'll continue to the end of this track and see how we go, and it'll reconnect back to the Glenelg Road. So, yep, we'll continue that way. Completed Victoria Range Road. Great row, fantastic scenery. Enjoyed it. What a great day today, exploring the Victoria Range at the Grampians. What a beautiful place and great driving. The four-wheel driving isn't technical at all. Go track, that's pretty straightforward. You can do that mostly in two-wheel drive. Victoria Range Road, you need four-wheel drive. There's a couple of places I needed to put in high range, definitely high clearance there. You're going to need a four-wheel drive. All-wheel drive should be okay on Goats Road or Goats Track. There's great camp spots, great views, good driving. It's slow going, so it'll take up all day doing those tracks, but well worth it. A great part of the Grampians. One of those parts of the Grampians that doesn't get visited that much, but a beautiful spot and a great day's four-wheel driving. Victoria Range. Hello. Hello.